We're here with Andy Lewis of The Boy.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
This is Sad Moth Interviews. We're here at, where are we, Andy?
It's a distillery of some sort. There's a name for it. I forget what it was.
Yeah, we're
Big sign over there.
Indigo Trip's headlining. How excited are you for the Indigo Trip?
I've never seen them. I heard they bring a crowd though, that's valuable. I don't know if we share similar influences or ideology, but music is music. I'm happy with the kids are listening. I should be looking at this, not. I'm looking at. Should we look? Is this more like organic? Like I look at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Ignore the camera.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into this interview.
I'm really thankful that they're having me too. So that's
good stuff. Yeah, they played at Sad Moth Fest. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah, I was not there.
And all of these children showed up.
How was it?
Well, they drank all our beer.
Oh, well, they do seem that type. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so let's get this interview kicked off.
Okay.
What do the Shangri-Las mean to The Boy?
Okay, so they have a vibe of like among the 60s girl groups, they were like the bad boys, well, bad girls, like they wear all leather. And but my favorite thing about them is their founder, who's this guy his name's George Shadow Morton. And he, do you know Ellie Greenwich and Jeff Barry? Have you heard of them?
No.
Okay, so they're in the early 60s, there was this phenomenon of like husband-wife songwriting duos, but like they're really young, like they're in their 20s, and they write songs. So Jerry Goffin and Carole King are the most famous example, where they wrote like Natural Woman for Aretha Franklin, and then Carole King went on to be like Carole King, But Jeff Barry and Ellie Greenwich wrote like Be My Baby by the Ronettes and To Do Run Run by the Crystals and Leader of the Pack for the Shangri-Las too. But so Ellie Greenwich had this high school friend named George Morton who was in a doo-wop group with her. And then after high school, they hadn't talked in years, but he heard she was a songwriter and he was interested. And he went to visit her building in New York. And he got in like a pissing contest with her husband because they used to date, so there's some ego going on, And he bet him, like, he basically got challenged. He claimed he was a hit songwriter, George Morton did, even though he'd never written a song. And the guy was like, prove it, come to us, give me a song. And in a week he wrote Remember Walking in the Sand by the Shangri-Las. They recorded it, and it went to number 5. And I like that can-do attitude.
Yeah.
So that's what they mean to me.
Sick. I've also noticed in the recordings of The Boy, there's a very clear lo-fi aesthetic.
Yeah.
That's advanced, and I'm wondering where that comes from and possibly what bands that comes from.
Well, in terms of bands, Guided by Voices are like my shit. I love them so much. Ween, I like Ween and their lo-fi kind of thing going on. But it's mostly just because I can't get a good sound, so I'd rather get a good bad sound than a bad good sound, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Me and my friend are trying to buy like a Tascam 4-track recorder at the moment, but not right now. It's just GarageBand and the voice memos, and I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I relate to a lot to that. Like, I just feel like when you're like starting out and you want to be a musician, you kind of gravitate towards like sounds that are accessible to you.
Yeah. You pirate Logic, but then I don't know. Like I downloaded it, but I don't know how to use it, so I just use I don't know. I'm not a recording artist. It's more of a live phenomenon at the moment. I like to think, at least. I'm seeing his reflection playing right now, but I thought it was outside, and it was kind of cool. Yeah.
That's trippy, dude. Yeah, get a shot of that. It's like a... Damn. Yeah, that's really...
I like the...
I had other questions. Oh, yeah. So, The Boy released... And fact check me here. I believe The Boy released an EP on August 7th.
August? That sounds right. Yeah,
So, before Sad Moth Music Fest.
Yes, I am.
And then, the boy released a considerably higher fidelity
Yes, this is true.
EP in November, post Sad Moth Music Fest.
Yes.
And what I'm wondering is, did your exposure due to Sad Moth get you a record deal, a higher
no.
production budget?
No.
No.
What happened was that EP is recordings of me and Teddy, who's the guy who drummed with me tonight, too, playing. Like, I recorded for Time a voice memo of it, and like 4 of the songs sounded good. So I was like, I just want to upload these. So I did. And then the most recent one was I was just sitting on some things that, like, I write songs for like a fake 60s girl group in my head called the Snapchats. The goal is, so you know how back in the day they were writing about movie theaters, motorcycles, you know, stuff that was hip. Mm-hmm. So now you got to take like a social media approach to the cheesy pop song. So I wrote a song about someone who's annoyingly stalking her like via text, and then like a Tinder related song. And I put the texting one on there because I liked it. And then I recorded some other things and put those. They were just kind of things I had, and someone took a cool picture of me with her camera, and I was like, I want that to be album art, so I'll make a fake album for it. That was kind of the thought. I don't know. I have yet to release something I consider official. If that makes sense.
Solid.
Working on it.
I want you to expand upon the premise of "Stop Texting Me,"
Okay.
the hit song that song's a straight up banger.
That means a lot.
I love that fucking song. Like the piano lines on that song, it's tight. It reminds me of They Might Be Giants.
I like that. So I'm trying to write songs for this girl group. I write one really good song called "Baby Please Swipe Right." I wrote that like November of last year, and it was the best thing I've ever written for sure, like 100%. So I spent a whole year trying to write something akin to that, and Stop Texting Me was like, I came up, it has like a Latin piano riff, like that moves chromatically, and I like that sort of thing. And then it's almost the exact same chorus as the Tinder song, except you change the E to an E7 chord, and then go to the E, so it doesn't go straight down to C, it goes down to D, so it's got more of it's tense. And then it was inspired kind of by, I have a friend who I want to be the lead singer in this fictional girl group, who always complains to me about guys she meets at parties who they don't know when to take a hint, you know? And then I also am one of those guys, so I have plenty of first-hand experience on what it's like to be annoying.
True.
It worked.
You have anything else you need the world to know about the boy?
So the boy is like what I release, the music I do, like just have on my own kind of under, but I'm in this band right now called American Poetry Club with my friend Jordan. It's very good. I actually think he's a great songwriter, and they're on Spotify, Bandcamp, etc. And and we're gonna be doing more stuff this coming semester, and it'll be good. As far as the boy goes, I don't know. I'm just happy to be playing at this, and thanks for interviewing me.
No problem.
Yeah, when did you get here in the set?
I think towards the beginning.
Almost like halfway through.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Cool. Did you hear the "I'm a Scientist"?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. That was I was like, if I knew if you were coming, that I was like, that's the one. Yeah.
Solid. It was solid.
Yeah, because I also like figured like I know a lot of songs by them, and I was like, but I gotta cover the hit. So like, if there's any chance someone knows it.
Is that an easy one?
Yeah, so I like it a lot because my brain could never work like his, because he just like writes songs instantaneously and like doesn't think about them. Like, I know too much about jazz to write simple songs. It's really annoying. Like,
Yeah, no, he pumps them out.
yeah, and like the riff is all open strings except 2 notes. Like, it's just all the first 3 open strings on the guitar, and I like that a lot. And it has a D to D/C sharp, which that's a good chord change that he uses a lot. Like, if you compare it and Game of Pricks and a couple other of their songs that sound like that, they're very similar in a good way though. Like I need to think less, write more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you think, in summary, you would say rock music best when written spontaneously.
What?
Rock music better written spontaneously.
But like
and in volume.
Like rock music, pop music can be thought over, but if you're just trying to play rock and roll, don't think about it, kids.
Forget it.
There's my biggest. Oh, sorry. The other reason I like the Shangri-Las is I'm very into this radio show hosted by Stevie Van Zandt called Little Steven's Underground Garage, where he's the guitarist for Bruce Springsteen, but he does a show about 60s garage rock and pop, and that's where I know like the story about the producer, and I just want to give him a shout out because I love him.
You heard it here.
Yeah, if you're watching this, Stevie. Yeah.
Sick.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you for interviewing. I'm sorry I just started rambling at the end.
No.
Okay.
That's what Sat Moth's all about.
Oh,
Have you listened to our podcast?
No, I haven't yet.
Well, you should, because that's what we do.
I think I like the page, though. I'm pretty sure I like the page.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's all we ask. All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Sick.
Thank you.
Thank you.